Hey guys, today we are watching to Shortcxke, I think it's called. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, Shortcxke. My major is my art major experience. Lead to the original video down below. You already know that. Get it started.
Being an art major is pretty easy, but it's pretty hard. At least we only have to take one math class. Hey yo, it's Shortcake. I know it's been a while. Do you notice anything new about myself? What do you think I look like?
Yeah,
Strawberry.
yeah, my
Say
video.
strawberry. Strawberry. That's right,
I
a
haven't shot yet.
strawberry. Shortcake.
I
So
probably
I
should check
just
over this.
graduated from university, and I'm finally free. A bit too free. I can now spend my time just making silly videos for y'all. So please subscribe and hit the bell button. Please, I need it. I need your subscription. Anyway,
Yeah, sure.
I graduated without any portfolio or internship.
Again, link to the
under my
original video
belt.
down below.
I
I
can't
didn't say that
apply
already.
to any art or animation jobs without a portfolio. So was attending university to study art even worth it? Let's start from the beginning. I was 18 in my senior year of high school, having no idea what to pursue in life except something maybe related to art, cause it do be the only thing I'm good at. Since the
Sure.
community college nearby
I'm
offers a
writing
program
myself, but
where
yeah.
I can attend classes for free for 2 years, I signed right up, and I did pretty good. I got mostly A's and only got like 2 C's, and my
Okay.
high GPA made
Pretty
me
good.
automatically eligible for a public university. Classes in my community college are actually pretty helpful. Dang cup. It taught us the very basics of making art. Drawing 101, painting 101, 2D design, 3D design, and life drawing are the 5 primary studio art requirements for the art
Alright.
majors.
That's
As
cool.
someone who started art by just drawing whatever I wanted as a kid, I didn't learn the basics. Learning the
If I do a
basics
video a
of
day or 2
drawing in a
videos a day,
professional and
depends.
structured manner, such as college, really helped to solidify the rules of art into my little brain. Another thing was learning how to properly use professional art materials. When I did my Drawing 101 class for the first time, I was so shocked that we had to spend at least $100
So y'all probably gonna
on
see this
art
after the
supplies. I knew
I
that I
want
can
out
make
video.
pretty cool looking art with whatever cheap materials I had laying around, so it
That I
makes
react
no
to.
sense why we needed to spend so much money on some expensive art supplies.
True.
Until
Art
I
supply do
used
get
these
sense.
expensive art supplies. High quality art supplies can never compare to the crappy Crayola pencils I used back then. Also the paper. I never knew that pencils can be applied on paper so smoothly and easily. I loved using charcoal and textured paper. I'm super spoiled when it comes to art supplies now. But I still do like to make silly doodles with random pens I stole from hotels.
Cool.
Ballpoint
Wait a
pens
minute,
are
that's about
pretty
that.
nice to draw with. Wait, I just realized, are we allowed to take the pens from hotels? Meh, painting 101 with oil paints was pretty interesting. We made some paintings using
Who
color
cares,
theory.
you know?
However, I'll never use oil paints ever again. It's pretty messy because I got oil
Yeah.
and turpentine everywhere. Since the pandemic started halfway during this
Let
class,
me
I have to
stay
stay in my
home.
tiny room to paint, and I had nowhere to dispose of it properly. Not to mention the fumes.
Sure, sure.
3D design was where I made some squiggly wire art and a plaster mold of the shortcake.
It's not that very
In
funny,
Life
pretty.
Drawing 101, it meant that we had to draw the human figure, bits and all. Though since it was also during the pandemic, I didn't get to see any naked people in real life. Before you have any questions, keep drawings, or at least get better at drawing. You got that? Okay? Okay? Good. So, after 2 years, I applied and got accepted to my dream university. It was my
That's good.
dream because it was the closest to my hometown. It had the cheapest tuition out of all the universities in
That's cool.
California. And it had an animation major. There's also so many cool
That's so good.
animation-related classes. And professors and guest speakers who worked in the industry. And many successful alumni too. And no, it's none of the cool art schools like Cal Arts, Otis, Art Institute, or
Okay.
Laguna College of the Arts. It's just a
I don't
public
think I heard of that. I
CSU.
don't
And
think.
one word's pretty easy to get in. It's not famous
But I
or
haven't got art
prestigious,
because
but
Steven
I still
Universe,
think it's cool.
Gary Falls, Gumball, yeah.
For the first semester at my university, I was able to get into one online art class. I got to
Again,
formally learn
mine.
the principles of animation,
Other
and I got
channels.
to animate our
You want to see me talk about those
characters.
shows, but
This
yeah.
one class was the most influential to me. Since it was fully online, I got to meet some cool and talented artists. Because of this class, I was also given an opportunity to help
But yeah,
animate
till I get
at
a
a
new laptop,
volunteer-run
I'm probably gonna do a
indie
video
studio.
a day.
It was pretty cool. In the
2
next
at
semesters,
maths.
my classes
I can
feel
handle.
so professional. It felt like attending an actual art school. All my digital art courses had these giant Wacom tablets. They are so huge that I could only see part of the projection board. Too bad I never actually drew on them though, because you had to buy your own stylus or walk a mile to the library just to rent one for a few hours. In the first semester at university, I took Intro to 3D Animation, Intro to 3D Modeling, and Perspective Geology.
But yeah, I didn't
Though
do
withdraw from
much.
that class. It was too much math for me. 3D Animation? 3D Modeling? This is different from the
But I did
2D
have
stuff
spinners
we usually do.
in doing
Yeah,
pixel
I
art
did some research about 3D,
and
and it
pixel
turns out
animation.
that 3D animators are more in demand than 2D, especially since 3D is needed for industry-level games and film. They get paid way more too. I didn't really like modeling in 3D, but animating in 3D seemed okay. Animating do be hard.
Yeah, I wish I had
It
more
was
time to do more
impossible for me to get
sprite
the
animation.
animation cycle right. It always looked so off. This was also the time I applied for the Grand Portfolio, which is necessary to get into the 2D animation major and the 3D animation major. I didn't know what I really wanted, so I applied to both. Oh, and keep in
Fair.
mind, this portfolio is not easy. I know it's only for an unpopular public university, but it's not uncommon for people's portfolios to be rejected. Anyway, not to brag, but I
Fair.
got approved for both majors. Now I really had to choose. It took a while, but I ended up choosing the 3D animation major because I want that 3D money and make my parents proud. Now for the third semester, I hopped onto 3D Yummy advanced classes right away. I took 3D environment
go with 3D.
modeling, 3D rigging, and since a bit of 2D won't hurt, pre-production animation. I hated it. 3D rigging was okay because the professor is really specific in the steps they taught to make sure everyone is on track. But it was basically 5 hours straight rigging with a few 10-minute breaks sprinkled in. Pre-production animation was pretty scary. My social anxiety was killing me. I skipped the first several weeks of class because I knew we had to present our ideas for our stories. But I'm not for that. I struggle with explaining myself on the spot without any script or visual aid. I'm a visual explainer. Who needs a PowerPoint to sell my point? At least the professor was very kind. They even brought in a lot of cool guests from the industry. We got to make character designs, storyboards, and an animatic. Though, to be fair, I already do these things on my own. With YouTube, 3D environmental modeling. Oh boy, I hated this class. I was so terrible at it. Not only that I forgot how to make UVs, we had to learn 2 new programs other than Maya. The programs were Unreal Engine and Substance Painter. I did so hard.
Don't want to hear that,
my
Maya.
other classmates are literal professionals
make her
at
sound
3D
familiar too.
and made whole new worlds, so detailed and beautiful.
I think I'm gonna take a break after recording this video to make sure the audio good.
I felt so behind in terms of skill level, and I hated having to model and texture. This class was the breaking point that pushed me to change my major back to the original studio art. It's crazy, considering I've been waiting to be part of the university's animation program for years.
Meanwhile,
But I gave up. I am really disappointed in myself. It feels so embarrassing telling people that I have a studio art major. So, what did you major in? Art? Oh. Art? What a useless major. Back when I was an animation major, people were more impressed. I'm in university.
That's great. What do you major in?
I'm majoring in Bachelor's of Art in 3D Animation.
Amazing. You're gonna be rich. Let me know when you're working at Disney.
But now I seem let down. I'm a disappointment. But you know what? My choice of major is not for other people. It's for me. I didn't enjoy doing 3D modeling, and I wish I realized that sooner, because that's basically the whole program I signed up for. There's only 2 animation classes and the rest are 3D modeling related. Had I carried on with this major, I would have continued doing this for 2 more years. I had to cut things short, and I'm glad I did. I finished up the rest of my city art requirements. It was really stressful because I got sick and was absent for the first few weeks, which made me question dropping out several times. I had no idea what to do in my classes. After all, when you're absent for even a day in college, it's like being absent for a whole month. It takes time to catch up in all your classes.
That's true.
But you know what I did? I stuck through it, and what helped me is reminding myself that it was the last in-person semester. Just one more and I'm set free. It sucked, but in the end, I got some pretty nice prizes. Behold, the Shortcxke sculpture. It was
Oh,
made using a wireframe armature
I
bulked
love
up
that.
with aluminum foil. Then I covered it in polymer clay, baked it, and painted it. It was worth it for
I
real.
should do
I
that.
also took a glass casting class, which is definitely one of
That's
the
the one my
scariest
cat just
classes
made.
I ever attended because I had no idea what was going on 90% of the time. But I survived, and I made a cute little alligator next to some rocks, which is meant to represent my nostalgic childhood memories at a beach near my hometown. For my
Nice.
other glass project, I made a glass bowl with the colors of foamy pea. Blech. I also finally took an actual in-person life drawing class. I never saw naked people in real life before, so I definitely wasn't ready for it. In class, everyone
Yeah,
else seemed so nonchalant about it. They all seemed so chill.
that'd
But
be me.
I felt so awkward. It was a good experience nonetheless. I felt my anatomy and drawing skills improved tenfold from that class. I do recommend taking a life drawing class if you're an artist. After a couple of months, I graduated in the summer and
That's
got my
cool.
bachelor's of arts in studio art. It wasn't what I was originally aiming for, but that's okay because majors don't define me. What I do next is what defines me. Currently, I am unemployed, a NEET, if you will. But with discipline and hard work, I hope to become a YouTube animator, or
Nice.
at least an artist. I mean, it's
That'd-
way better than staying as a NEET who's been playing video games all
Neat.
day. Wish me luck on my journey, and subscribe to my
Alright, good
channel for
though.
more
Good. Make sure to check out our channel down below. And I'll tell you guys another video. Peace.